But then once he was able to gather, he had the size. And a 38-point first quarter so far for the Thunder.
Oh, that pass over the top, too, to start that fast break and get numbers on the Pelicans.
Quinones trying to drive left. Kick out, open man. It's Kane. And that one's going to count.
As the Thunder rebuilt and reloaded. That's hard having this kind of a season. I hope the fans truly, realize what a special season it's been.
An historic season for so many different reasons. There's probably not enough game time, Michael, for us to talk about all the things that this Thunder team has done. As that's going to be an and one on the draw.
Jay Will, he's had to step up, play more minutes. And, these guys have band together and have just really stayed focused on what was their objective, was to finish the regular season as the best team. And they've done that.
Carlson shutting off Robinson Earl. Shot clock at 1. Tough fadeaway by Brooks, who's going to get fouled, and he's also going to get...
The greatest seasons in NBA history with 68 wins and 32 road wins as well.
If you've got the #1 defense in the NBA, and it has been historically good, you've got really good defenders, and there's some guys who are really deserving of getting all defensive.
Hero, right corner, baseline drive, sets up Khalil Ware. Good defense by Kelly on Ware's jump hook. Here's Payton. Alvarado didn't play last night. Comes off the injured list to start tonight. Very quick point guard out of New York City. Knocked away. Hero almost had the steal. Out to Payton with 3 on the shot clock. Alfred Payton. 9 on the shot clock. Duncan maneuvers into position. Ricochets out down to Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Here's Payton. Austin Reeves.
Together.
And Giannis played 10.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. The 4 subs played all 12 minutes of the fourth. Asked Doc Rivers about it in the pregame, and he said, there was a time it was like 6 minutes left. They were rolling so much. I said, I'm not going to sub again unless this game gets out of control.
Yep. I'm sure, Kyle Kuzma, Taurean Prince were fine with that. They let that unit run as well as they did. Wow,
yeah, and Brook Lopez was a guy who was subbed out. Looks it off. Ryan Rollins in that position. Can't get the three-pointer.
Yeah, great block by Brook against Robinson Earl, but then another no-look dime from Giannis to a corner shooter.
Reeves kicks it out. Makovic fakes the pass, and then he's created that for himself.
Would indicate, and they're going to need that stroke. The Bucks will, I believe, in the playoffs for this team to have the optimum amount of success that they want to have.
Melanie Riggs, what'd you pick up in the huddle?
Well, Doc Rivers just imploring his guys to bring more energy. He said they're getting too many wide open shots. They're walking the ball at the floor in transition just a little bit too easily. Let's go. We got to get focused. Stop making it easy for those guys to bring the energy. So.
Yeah, thank you, Mel. As Brooks.
Much on that one, and Wilson flags it down. Will fire. No. Brown the rebound. Zipping up the floor for New Orleans. Here's Brown dancing into the paint. Alvarado guarded tightly by Beekman. Olynyk spins to the corner. Great D here from Brooklyn. Not giving up any space. Olynyk trying to create something. Brown got it off and pushes it in after the Nets played 20 for one of the nuances of that rule. Lewis can't hit the 3. Now, had he caught a little ball there, then could be different.
I gotcha. Well said.
Thank you. We'll find out exactly how well said when I get a text from Monty McCutcheon. Here's Jamal Cain. Cain able to dance inside and finish.
The start of the season, training camp,
the time he was hired to all of the examples.
Easy beats the shot clock and flips it in.
Those standings and improve your seating as Gary Trent Jr. gets the bucket.
Yeah, and nice job by Pete Nance working the offensive glass, showing the hops that other members of that Nance family, Dad Larry, brother Larry Jr.
Jonas looking for something. What a move. Wow. On the base.
Got with 15 so far here in the first half. We're wondering who was going to step up in Giannis's place, step into the breach.
Now 3 in double figures here for the Bucks. 15 for Trent Jr., 10 for Brook, and 10 for Kuz. This has gotten a nice breather here so far in the second quarter. Brown drops it off. Spin move, BC finish. Jericho Sims, hope to have him back as well. He provides some depth at that 5 position.
You mentioned it, Kyle Korver's had to play there. Not a lot, but just in patchwork kind of lineups just to eat up some minutes at times.
In situations like tonight with no Giannis, Kuz has probably got to play a little bit more.
That's to say, good action all around. A couple of DHOs led to an open jump shot for KPJ.
Brown with the baseline take.
Good job icing that by the Bucks, keeping it baseline, keeping him out of the middle.
And Nisi again. Nisi
from that distance.
Boy, most attempts he's ever had last night, most makes he's ever had from 3, and the majority of it in the fourth quarter. There were some wild exchanges in the fourth quarter last night. Lakers never got down to a one-possession game, though. As great as their comeback was and as hard as they were playing, and that's just a good play here late third quarter. Wanted to go around the barrel. Same spot, basically. Can't knock that one down. Makovic up ahead for Kane. Again, what you would have called their 6 top players at the beginning of the year. None of them in action tonight. One was traded away, and the other 5 are shut down for the season. A couple of minutes to go here in the quarter. Makovic.
Give the assist to LeBron.
40% from 3. As Stu would say, that will get it done. Shot clock is 1 ahead of the game. And it will milk it for all it's worth. Reeves, stutter step, Reeves over Vanderbilt to score.
Daring him to shoot. They want him to shoot a lot. You got 1.5 seconds remaining.
32-22. Clippers have the largest lead of the game. Clippers have seen Kawhi be Superman over the past couple of weeks. Go back to that Cleveland game. I think that gave a lot of Clipper fans hope, and certainly it did for me, that Kawhi can still hit the high notes. They're going to need him. The final 12 days of the regular season. Peyton, you want to talk about a line drive. That one, Brooklyn, where he took over that second half. He was so dominant and kind of felt that same way.
Both ends of the floor, right? Defensively, too. Look at the steals he produced, which led to fast break layups.
5 to shoot for Alvarado. Olynyk, the catch and shoot 3. Book it.
We know he can do that. But with the official, I'm not sure if he's saying anything, but he's looking over at him as if to say, end 1.
10 to shoot. Nice feed-in shot and a good finish by Reed. Always keep them guessing.
That one certainly did.
91-76. Can the Clippers flex a little bit here and break away? Robinson Earl. Pass deflected. Makovic recovers. Simmons goaltends, and we're going the other way.
He wanted to shoot the lefty, but he would have been called for traveling if he would pick that foot up, step with the right leg to be able to shoot his lefty hook.
Great footwork by Zeus. Kane comes to a screeching halt. 8 to shoot for the Pelicans. Alvarado into the paint. Oh, what a touch. Alvarado back to Hawaii, Coach Vitello. You and I were there for training camp. We were there for the preseason game. And our wish, our thoughts for the season were that the Clippers could qualify and really hope that they were a 7, maybe an 8 seed in the West. The biggest dream would have
About second three-pointer for your Charlotte Hornets.
He's won a lot of shots around the basket. Back that didn't go in, but he bottoms a triple right there. That delayed break.
Alvarado trying to set up Messi. Nurk knocks it away. Messi gets it back and finishes with the left hand. Alvarado, Olynyk, Messi, and Keon Brooks into the game for New Orleans. Reeves is out. Reeves scored those quick 9. Now sitting on the bench. Brooks has to fire. Shot clock was winding down, and Hornets need to dig in defensively. Alvarado runs down his own miss.
Saw it coming off the rim.
Shot clock's down to 6. Reeves. Messi with the left hand. Reeves is an elite free throw shooter. Maybe that's what the Pelicans are thinking. Hornets can just play good defense, get a rebound, and still have time to get a shot on the other end. Looks like that's what they're going to try and do. Difference game clock and shot clock is 6 seconds. Alvarado, got to stop this man. Brooks got it! Oh my goodness, the Pelicans, the best.
Great man and a great coach, and was terrific with the Warriors. And you just see all the injuries the Pelicans have had to deal with, and just unfair to be in that spot as a coach.
He's got his guys playing hard. You can tell that they respect him. He's a leader of men.
Clock at 7. Great communicator, too. Bruce Brown. That's nice. Butler played.
And we're pretty much sitting on top of each other here, so
Shoulder to shoulder.
One mind, one body. Is Matkovic going at Dembona. And there's a three-pointer for Keeler with an easy 2.
The corner there, and he's able to get an open pass to the bucket.
Here's Kelly Olynyk. Handing off to another one of the youngsters for the Pelicans, Reeves, number 12 in the navy blue. There he is, Antonio Reeves, rookie out of Kentucky. Step back 3 for the rookie. And Willie Green was talking to the Pelicans' final 10 games here.
Well, again, these are opportunities to take a look at what you have currently and what you potentially might have come next year if you work with these guys and help develop them over the summer.
And there's a one-time Sixer, Lester Quinones, number 22 in the Navy, making his Pelicans debut actually here tonight. Peyton, a little pick and roll with Olynyk.
There's a lot of debuts going on.
Indeed.
In the NBA these days with various teams.
And there's Quinones, and there's his first bucket as a member.
Good Shafino, BMW alternate play.
And the bench loved it. Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr. were on their feet afterwards. It was great. Shot clock down to 5 for the Pelicans. Alvarado, the no look to a cutting Messi. There's a pad that a lot of the guys, as you see right in front of us, lean on, which is very standard. But it flips up anytime they lean on it, and everything goes flying. A 13-2 New Orleans run.
I expect it from a rookie, but Ricky's been around.
From a second year, Reeves looking to stay perfect, and he does. Back-to-back career nights out, had a career high 2 blocks last night, a career high 3 blocks tonight. Unfortunately, that one was too easy. Robinson early. The free throws. 45 seconds to go here tonight. The Sixers have fought valiantly. Again, they trailed by as many as 23. Have trimmed the lead all the way back down to 10. Pulled ahead briefly in the third quarter before the Pelicans punched back. Matkovic, man, he is having a fantastic.
Hawkins rises and misses for the Pelicans. Matkovic with a rebound inside, though. Hawkins will drive, fire on the run, and fill it up.
He made a tough, the inside guy, and I guess the last hand that it went off of.
Matkovic takes the inbound pass, screens for McCollum. DJ McCollum gets it back in another screen. Kelly Olynyk pass into the corner, and a triple is 4. Sarr got 3 quick fouls, but he has scored 5 in 6 minutes. Robinson Earl with the basketball for the Pelicans. Gets to the foul line. Gives it up to Kelly Olynyk against Tobias. Kelly Olynyk to McCollum to the lane. Guns on the run, it goes. C.J. McCollum strike shot in the back of the head with a basket support. 4:18 left. Pelicans with the ball, trailing by 5. Hawkins against Sasser. Shot clock winding down. Hawkins bothered by Marcus Sasser. Inside for Kelly Olynyk, who laid it in. Heck of a play. 135 to 128. McCollum to forecourt.
Can he get 40?
Yes, he can. Lays it up, lays it in. 40.
Here, guys, and something else is just they like how they're moving the ball. The ball movement's been great. 10 assists on 10 made field goals. They also love the fact that those threes started to fall at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, Katie hit back-to-back threes to close that first quarter. They lead by 6. It's Jalen Clark, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, Naz Reid, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. This is Brooks going mid-range, knocks it down. Naz Reid, Minnesota with 11 assists on 11 field goals so far in this ballgame. They already have 3 seconds on the shot clock. Alvarado, desperation heave.
I got a feeling they had a better system at some point. Someone's just let go of the rope on that one, so.
Just pulling it out of the pocket and just setting it on the scorer's table. What are they doing? All right, back to live
action. That's the game inside the game. That's the game inside the game right there.
Alvarado, desperation. Go. 20 minutes.
A friend of mine texted me. He said, if you take Jalen Clark out of the game, you're not trying to win. So I thought that was a fun. I mean, obviously he's a Jalen Clark fan. That's why he said it. But you know, to your point, it's a Chris Finch's point. He should have kept him in the game. And I also felt like against Indiana too, that was a Terrence Shannon game too.
That's high praise. Hawkins. Ooh. Third in the NBA if he actually qualified. But again, this is just his 30th game of the season.
And Pablo Banchero's in the same position because he was averaging over 80 games as well, and he doesn't qualify either. So when we saw Orlando here, he wasn't on that leaders list either.
Those are 2 Bulldogs. Speaking of.
So he's the one that dislodges the ball and makes it go off the underside of the support.
Brown to work it in for the Pelicans. Here's McCollum. McCollum over McDaniels, draining the triple. Hawkins lines up a 3, well off the mark. Offensive rebound, Brown. His push shot goes down.